going on, good people? Martina Britt Yelverton here. So let me check my volume, make sure I see some little buzzing going around, some bouncing going around my microphone. Yes, to let me know that I actually can be heard. It is Friday. And I hope you guys are as excited as I actually am. Like the amount of oomph that's going through my whatever right now on this Get Free Friday, you guys just don't understand. I am live on all the platforms. I am excited on all the platforms. And sis is ready for March to get here. I am so excited and ready to launch into March. You just don't understand. So, what I want to do is, since I'm the only one running the show at the moment, I want you guys to come on into the room, announce your city and state where you are chiming in from, and I just want to talk to you a little bit today. So before I get ready to talk to you, I'm going to quickly run this here video. Let me know whether or not you guys can hear it. And I'm going to chime and make sure that you guys can actually hear me. Because I went live a little while ago and nobody could hear me. All y'all could hear was the music playing. So let's see if you can catch this audio. So hopefully you guys were available to hear all of that. I'm not sure what Facebook does now because it's very seldom that I'm actually even on Facebook doing lives directly from Facebook. It's just a whole lot easier, it seems like, to do my streams specifically here from one platform to all these other ones. That just for some reason seems to be working so much better for me. So I'll probably just keep going with that. So thank you guys for chiming in. Come on in the room, say where you're chiming in from. My name is Martina Britt Yelverton, and I am your brand master. I'm your cash flow queen, and I am the founder of the Hire Your Kids Legal Tax Hack movement, right? So many things that I have going on, but the bottom line is today on this Get Free Friday, I'm just wondering how many of you are actually serious about getting free. Okay, and the reason I say that, and I say it in the capacity that I say it in, what's going on, Dr. Regina? So good to see you. The reason that I say it in the capacity that I say it in is that a lot of people have prayed for these things. And my question is, like, did you really want it when you prayed for it? Like, did you really want it? Or did you just assume you wanted it? Or did you just guess that you wanted it and you were not really prepared to take on everything that goes along with what you say you wanted? So Dr. Regina, because I see you're in here, can you let me know if I'm able to be heard? I had some technical issues earlier because I tried to chime in from Facebook and I had something else going on. Okay. And because I had something else going on, all you heard was the music. I'm sitting here doing all like this and I'm talking to you guys and I'm telling you all of this and y'all can't hear a thing from me. All y'all hear is the music. So I was grooving. I was having a really good time. I was thoroughly and completely, literally enjoying myself. Okay. And you guys, you couldn't hear nothing that I said. Not a nothing. So I thought that was real funny when I actually got an opportunity to go and hear it back. I thought that was really funny that none of you guys could hear me. I was like, I look very animated sitting here doing all like this, talking to you, telling you, and y'all, all y'all heard was the music that I was grooving to. So one thing that I asked in the post that I put up, it says, you did pray for it, right? You did pray for it. So why are you running? Like, you're absolutely running for it. And I'll be honest with you guys, I ran from it. 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 I did until now, until right now, or until about a week ago, or until about a month ago. It was like, I have had to have a wake up call, right? I have had to get a clue, so to speak. And sis ain't running from it no more. So I put up a post not too long ago honestly almost apologizing for being like a secret agent, so to speak, because it's so many things that I'm attached to. And I literally didn't want to offend anyone. But the bottom line is, it's my platform. That's my Facebook timeline. That's my YouTube timeline. Like, that's my Periscope. Y'all know Periscope leaving. Any of y'all know that? Periscope leaving. Okay. That's my Periscope. That's my LinkedIn, all those different platforms, but I didn't want to offend anybody because I work with people from so many different backgrounds or companies, and I didn't want to be offensive. I didn't want anybody trying to mess around with my funds and, tag me for cross recruiting or any of that. But I was also being a secret agent because there's so many gifts and talents that I'm able to help people with, and I just wouldn't do it. So a lot of times you hear me, introduce myself as the brand master, which your girl is excited about that. That's a passion beyond anything I ever would have been thinking that I would be doing, helping people realize that they need to get their professional face together so other people can know, like, and trust them enough to do business with them. That is the definition that I get to create, self created, for what a brand master is. So I'm able to help you master your brand. It's taken me quite a bit of time to master my own brand. But now that I have figured out what it is that I'm doing, I take the time to actually help others master their own brand. So at the end of the line, at the end of the story, people know you, like you, and trust you enough to do business with you. That's the whole point. Okay. Not that I am the master of all branding. That's not the bottom line. I'm also blessed, gift, and honored to be able to help people learn how to hire their kids in business, right? To help them learn how they can actually be a parent inside of their home and they can get paid to be that parent, right? And a lot of people don't understand, what exactly does that mean? What do you mean I can get paid to be a parent? I'm telling you guys, you can get paid to be a parent. I love it so much. I did it for so long the wrong way. And I don't mean the wrong way like reporting or accounting or any of that, so to speak, meaning I did it the wrong way because I didn't have it, in a blueprint. I didn't have it structured. I didn't have it organized. I obviously didn't have it so that I could actually teach and train and coach others, which is what I do today. So, thought I had my book over there. Oh, I moved it over here. All right. So now I'm available. Boom, 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 pow. Now I'm available to literally walk people through a step-by-step blueprint on how they can hire their kids in business. Like, they can write off things like the groceries. We're available to write off groceries. We're available to write off these apps that the kids have on their phones. Like, we're available to write off their extracurricular activities, any of this gaming software that they do, their eyeglasses, their sports curriculum, when and if they get to their sports curriculum, back into the society, back into the economy. There are things that they're available to write off. Now, my oldest son, it drives him batty because I take so many pictures. But I'm not sure if you guys have been able to, see a lot of what I do with that. Let's see if I can get this to come up here on the screen and I can literally show you guys what I'm talking about. So let me close my bookmarks bar. So we're not saying I'm cross recruiting or doing anything like that, but literally, here's what I mean. So if you go to Youth Lifestyle Training, you're available to see where I have this beautiful and amazing site up allowing you to hire your kids. If you scroll down, it gives you a couple of testimonies here. I got to get more loaded there. Let's see. It tells you about being a parent that can get paid. So literally, let me give you a little bit of back history before we jump all into that. I literally, physically, wholeheartedly went through a spell of MLM hopping from company to company, leaving corporate America, coming home and being that at-home wife because that's what he wanted. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom anyway, because since I was 14, I wanted to be the minivan mom, right? So, in that endeavor, having finally got married, regardless of the order that I did it in, whether it was the children, then the marriage, then the school, whether it was the school, the marriage, then the children, either way, I did it. I did it all and it didn't work. Okay. What I actually ended up finding out was that when you leave your corporate job and you have 4 mouths to feed, plus your own, plus a husband, stress is now in the house. Okay. And on a dreadful night, everything went haywire. We ended up with a domestic violence situation. And I knew having 4 kids, 3 babies, excuse me, 3 boys, not going to call them babies, 3 boys and 1 princess baby, that they could not experience that and think that was okay. So I had to leave. Now, mind you, I had just left my corporate job. Okay. So even though I felt like my husband at the time wanted me to be the at home wife, I don't think he recognized the at home wife doesn't work. So therefore, the stress falls on you of being able to provide for us. And that became a problem. Okay. So after that night, when I left, I was like, I don't have a job. What is I'm going to do? Right? What is I'm going to do? I knew that being able to take care of 4 kids, before school care, after school care, daycare, that was not going to work. And I was literally ushered into having to be at home with my little people, right? I'm at home. I'm glad I'm at home, but how in the world am I going to feed us? That was an issue, right? I had to then figure out how exactly to provide for us. And I was ushered into, gently nudged in, as one of my life coaches would say, I was gently nudged into having a home based business, right? Having that home based business and having my little people with me every time I had an event, vending set up. Now, my little 6-month old had to go to grandma's. And if y'all know the journey of that, I was getting a call every 5 seconds because she wouldn't stay with nobody but me. Okay, the 18-month-old, that was 2 under 2, I just said, had to be with my mom while me and the older boys did our Mary Kay events, or did our Melaleuca in the house, or did our Avon, or did our TLC, or did our My Econ, or did our It Works. Or I'm telling you, I did the MLM hopping because I was looking for something, not realizing it was in me all along. So then I was available to take all of that effort that I was out there implementing in all of those companies and pour it back into me and help people figure out what it is that they need to do. Right? So having them work with me was actually the right thing to do, but I didn't know, and I didn't have this blueprint to pay them. I didn't know that when they help me set up and when they break things down, that that's time that I could account for, that I could document it, that I could market it. Like when you get into this workbook, it literally breaks it down. And some of you guys that are on here may want to tell the people, it literally breaks down not only the first 7 pages that talk about the first 7 areas that talk about what it is, how to do it, where you should do it, who should do it, and all of that. When you get beyond that and you get into the work must actually be done, boom. When you get into that, it must be related, that it must be distinguishable from an allowance, that the kids have to be capable of doing it, that the work has to be reasonable compared to some other professional doing the job, that it must be recorded, documented, receipts, that you must have separate accounts set up, that you need to have an agreement in place, that you need to have literally a bank account set up separate from your for your kids, that you literally pay them consistently into that account, right? It's so many different things that I walk through in the book and tell you. I'm giving you some free stuff. I hope you guys are taking it in. Literally, that you don't know how to do this. So in my household, I rarely ever cook. My little people cook. They make the list, they do the grocery shopping. I'm just there to kind of direct, right? They do the grocery shopping. I document it all. You'll see more and more information go up because if I go to the Hire Your Kids Facebook page to show you this, let's see if I can get that to pop open here on the screen. If I go to this page and I show you this information, literally I've been putting up posts all month whether I've been doing them here on Facebook or I've been doing them over on Instagram. I've been putting up posts all month long, giving you all the tips and strategies that have come from the book, right? So here in the last week, we've been talking a lot about the research and development. This is something I title in my own home. When you're telling your kid, they're asking you questions and you're answering them, let them research and develop their own end result. You just verify whether or not it makes sense or it's right. We talk about marketing in the book. I talk about tracking the information in the book. I'm showing you guys, I've been putting up posts literally all month long, just showing you guys all of the steps. Specifically, let's talk about this one. Now, my daughter's with me this day. Normally it's my son, but I make sure that my daughter knows how to do this as well. Do you know that when you pump gas that you should hold that hose to make sure that you can hear or feel the vibration of the flow of gas going through the hose? You could be paying for air. We have no idea. But you see her holding the hose? Literally, I teach her to hold the hose. I have a video where I ask her, what are the 10 steps that I teach you to properly pump gas? And she runs them down 1 through 10. Like, will my daughter know how to change a tire? Yes. Will she know how to pump gas? Yes. Will she end up eventually knowing how to change oil? Yes. These are things that you as a parent teach your kids. My question is, do you get paid to do that? You can now, right? So I prayed for this. I asked for this, right? These are some of the things that I asked for to be able to be in charge of my own income, and I ran from it. I'm at home, I'm with the kids, I start a business, I have the business now, the kids are working with me in the business. I'm still not making enough money because I wasn't documenting it properly. I'm paying taxes on things that I didn't have to pay, right? Until I learned there is a different way, right? So I hope you guys got something from that, and that you understand. Stop praying for these things and running from them. Because when you pray for it, if it's in his will, he will deliver it. It will show up. And you need to do what you prayed for. Like, so I'm so excited that I get the opportunity right now to continue to work with my little people, that I get to work for them from the comfort of my home, that I don't overpay in taxes, that I keep all that money in my household, that I'm teaching them skills that otherwise I would be teaching them anyway. However, I get to document a write-off. I get to document, keeping each child up to $12,000. So should I choose to pay them every single year? Who wants to have $50,000 worth of income and be able to write off 24,000 of it legally, ethically, and morally? I'm just using that number as a figure that's easy for me to comprehend in my mind. In the year of 2021 is 12,550. 12,000 for a round number. Who wants to have $50,000 coming in? And who wants to get taxed at the highest bracket because their taxable income is being taxed at 33%? And now you're paying 33% of your $50,000 in taxes, versus taking that $50,000 and breaking it down to an amount that's at the lowest tax bracket and only being taxed on 15%. I'm telling you guys, I'm no tax professional, and it's not my job to explain it to you. It's just my job to tell you that it's available and that you can do it, and to show you how I did it. Okay, so if anybody wants to know about that, how they can do it, how they can get it done, then definitely go to Youth Lifestyle Training and grab the workbook, right? We're going to be opening up in the month of March the very first hands-on, in a classroom, learn at your own pace type of opportunity for you to go and watch videos and see videos. Now I'm going to use a different platform that I have open and available right now to show you. So that's not the right one, so that I can show you what I mean. Hopefully these little people won't come in here making too much racket right now. But I have something up right now. It's a $99 course, and it's called Get Your Assets in Order. That's another area that I've been blessed to teach and train and educate and help people understand. Inside of this course right now, we have 4 videos in here, 19 files, right? And in this area, I literally take you through how to get your assets in order. Most people have an LLC. They don't realize them just having an LLC is not a protection of their business activity from their personal assets. And I walk you through step by step how to get that done. This is the same for what we will have available, launched open to the public for purchase when they get their workbook, to understand the different areas that you are available to hire your kids. So I'm just showing you this one here. First, we go through, the planning aspects of getting your assets in order. And we go through 4 videos that are teaching you how to plan each step of the way, right? We have some downloads in here that help you understand how to pre-plan what it is that you're trying to do. After you pre-plan, you move over into writing out the plan. So you're writing out step by step by step everything that it is that you need to do, where you left off or didn't even get started with your LLC. Things like that. What your next step is as far as getting your operating agreement, what your next step is as far as the possibility of your resolutions and your initial meetings. The way that I have broken this down here for getting your assets in order is the same sequence that will happen with hiring your kids, the same sequence that will happen with literally your 30 days and 30 ways to consistency. If you guys haven't had an opportunity, literally everything I'm telling you, if you type it in, Martina Britt Yelverton, it'll take you where you need to go. So 30 ways, will take you where you need to go for 30 days of consistency. I break it all down for you because I had to figure this out, right? And free is not for everybody. Some people say, hey, free is for me. I say it on occasion as well. But I had to learn a lot of things for free that I wish I would have just paid someone to break down in a blueprint and tell me. I could be a whole lot further ahead than I am. So that's basically what I've done. I've taken the opportunity to learn how to build your consistency to get that muscle kind of pumping the way that you want it to pump over the course of 30 days. Do something consistently for 30 days so you can do it for 30 years. All right. Beyond that, learn the 30 steps to hire your kids in business. Learn all of the proper steps, learn what it is in the first 7, learn the core 14 steps that you need to do to get it done legally, properly, ethically, and morally. And then finally, I show you actual steps of what I do with my youth lifestyle trainees inside of my actual home-based business, right? If I had someone to tell me that, I probably wouldn't have hopped so many companies trying to figure a lot of things out. Income would be a whole lot higher because I had someone to explain the steps along the way. And that's what I'm trying to do to help all of you. Okay. So beyond that, beyond getting yourself branded, the coursework coming for that too, to give you all of the steps available to brand you. Let me just drop a couple for you right here real quick. Free Stuff Friday. Get Free Friday. I'm helping you all get free. Pay attention to this. The number one thing that you need to do in the initial steps to branding you as I close is own your name. Own your own name. Let me pull this off the screen so I can make sure that you guys can see and hear me. Own your own name online, right? Own your own domain. Own your own web space. Know that every time you say your name as a presenter, as a workshop, a lot of you are in companies and you're doing virtual workshops for people and you introduce yourself by your name. People are going to Google that name. You need to own that space. Number 2, create your own products using your own intellectual property and save them, right? No one had this course before I created it on how I hire my kids legally, ethically, and morally. That's my own intellectual property. We've been doing this for years, 10 plus years. I have grown children that were sitting at Mary Kay meetings with me, and I had no idea that that's what they were doing. They were just forced to come to the meetings and help out as I needed them to help out, not realizing at that time that I could have been hiring and employing them and paying them and writing all of that off. A lot of Mary Kay representatives don't even realize they can write off all of that inventory as well. That's another subject. Number 3, create a way for people to see your brand and purchase from you. You're all over social media. Do you know how to get paid from what it is that you're doing? Again, 7 simple steps to brand you. Number 4, use an appointment scheduler. Like I tell my people in my private Get Your Assets in Order group, I don't answer my phone. Sometimes I see my phone blinking, but I rarely ever hear it ringing because my ringer's turned off. I keep it turned off. If you need to get with me, if you need to get on my schedule, book me, right? Number 5, whenever possible, outsource. You can never get time back. So if there's a skill set that you don't know, hire somebody. Fiverr has jobs all day for $5. They have a $2 service fee now. It used to be $5, but now it's $7 regardless. Hire somebody that knows what you don't know so that they can do what you need to get done and you can stop trying to figure it out yourself. Like I told you, free 99 is great, but you could get a whole lot further if you just go ahead and pay somebody that knows what they're doing. Number 6, get on social media. Get on social media. Get on social media and be safe, obviously, but get on social media because we're a virtual society now. Everybody is on social media. You might want to go ahead and secure your place on social media, some form or another, because eventually the economy is going to open back up and people are not going to be online. They're going to be offline, right? And when they're offline and they're meeting you and they're seeing you, when they're out of your presence, you still need to have some type of muscle developed somewhere online for when they get home, for when it's 3 o'clock in the morning and they're Googling you and they're trying to figure out who they just met. You might want to have a place secured so that they can find you. That was number 6. And oh, wait a minute, while we're still on number 6, and only do one at a time. Yes, I am currently on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Periscope. Currently, I'm also casting on YouTube, I believe, and I'll probably go share this to Twitter and share this to LinkedIn. I'm on everywhere, but I'm only mastering one, right? And literally, even though I put everything on Facebook, I put a lot of my content and I actually close it off for the public to see on my YouTube channel. Why? Because it's free. Why would I pay to house videos someplace and pay for that space when I could put it on YouTube, close it out for the public to see, and actually use those links, right? Anyway, get on one, master one, meaning make your money on one, and then lead to another. Number 7, invest in you. Be coachable, teachable, trainable, and invest in you. Again, stop spending money on high end things that you have not even determined if you can make a profit from it first, right? Invest a little bit of time in you, figuring out a few things, make those things profitable before you go pay thousands and thousands of dollars scaling it up or leveling it up. And it's actually not your niche. It's not something you really enjoy. Like I would get on here and talk every day for free. I am learning to get out of my own way because I'm sitting here wondering right now whether or not you can hear whatever bag this is. One of my youth lifestyle trainees in the background trying to open quietly. Like I am in my own way sometimes with regards to that when y'all could care less. Y'all just want the information, especially on Get Free Friday. Y'all trying to get the information, right? So whether or not he opening this bag quietly or loudly does not matter. Y'all want the tips, right? So I just gave you 7 of them. Get started with those 7 on figuring out how to brand yourself right now. Get those things in place. Go ahead and secure your name as a domain. Go ahead and ensure that anything intellectual property wise you know very well, go ahead and draw that in a blueprint, top to bottom. Figure out what it is that you're trying to get to. If you have not had the opportunity to go to momentum.martinabrickyoverton.com and get your momentum planner, we have 2 days left in the second month of the entire year of 2021, right? It's time for you guys to get some goals written down so that you can actually implement them, right? Go ahead and grab that free planner. Plan out what you're trying to do at least for the next month. Figure out how you want to close out the first quarter of this year. Don't what do they say? We are in the 18th month of 2020. I think that's it. 12. Wait a minute. We're in February, the second month. So that's 12 plus 2. That's 14. So we're in the 14th month of 2020. How do you want to close out the 15th month of 2020? Like some people are not even calling this 2021 yet. I don't get to run and joke. I'm happy to be alive every single day. So everything, every single day, it is what it is. And there goes another bag in my background. All right. So making sure that you actually secure your intellectual space on the web, owning that property and making sure that you have a way for people to see your brand and purchase from you, getting an appointment scheduler and setting up the voicemail for that so that people ring your phone and know that you're about your business. They schedule time with you. Don't willy-nilly with your time. Making sure that if you don't know something, outsource it. Find someone that does know it and knows it in a profitable manner so that you can get that time back. Work in your own lane. 6, get on social media, master one, make money from one before you actually start another one, and then invest in you, right? So I hope those little 7 tips have been something that actually will work in your favor. I know they have worked for me time and time and time again. Taking the opportunity over the last bit of time to get really, really organized has been a lifesaver for me. We've gone through a lot in the year of 2020, but being on the other side of this, knowing where the money's coming in, where the money's going out, knowing what the next level is, being on a consistent schedule, staying off the phone, yakking it up, but taking those appointments, using that calendar to schedule things like that. I promise you guys, it will save you so much time that you need to get back, especially right now where our folks are still semi-quarantine, even though we do need to go on a lockdown to get rid of this virus. But while you're in the presence of your family and your friends, make sure you schedule time for them, set that time aside from them, spend time together with them, because eventually the economy is going to work, open back up. Everybody's going to be all out here in the rat race, going their separate ways again. You just want to make sure you position yourself for profitability by that time. So I hope you found something really good from today's Get Free Friday. I think I am going to jump back on these. I don't know if it's going to be every Friday, but I really felt good about sharing today. And I really wanted to ask that question. If you prayed for it and it shows up, why are you running from it? How about run to it, right? You prayed for it and it was sent there. It wasn't sent there for any reason. other than for you to take hold of it. So I hope you guys continue to do that. Again, my name is Martina Britt Yelverson, your brand master, your cash flow queen, and founder of the Youth Lifestyle Training. Hire your kids, legal tax hack movement. I'll talk to you guys soon.